everybody, it's Corey Parlin from Great Lakes Motorcycle Coach, and today I'm going to talk to you about wiring on grips. These grips are Renthal Stickies. I really like these because if it does rain and get wet, the grips actually get sticky to your hands, so I really like that. Beyond that, I like to use the Renthal Quick Bond Grip Glue. I'll put that on. You got to be pretty Johnny on the spot with the grip because it does set up pretty quickly. Not as quickly as super glue, but pretty quickly. I'll put that grip on, cut the end off. If you want to use a hacksaw or a razor blade, whatever you feel like you're technically better with, you can cut a straighter line with. Cut off the end if you're going to run a bark buster. If you don't run a bark buster, obviously you wouldn't cut the end of the grip off. Beyond that, when you're going to wire the grips, what I do is basically just get a chunk of wire, and this is the Moose 5/32 wire, or 0.032 diameter if you're going to go millimeters. 5/32, no, that would be huge. 0.032 is the diameter on it. And I'll kind of just take about an 8-inch piece if I'm going to run double, which is pretty normal for me. Obviously cut that in half to about 4 inches if you're just going to run a single lane. And I'll kind of start with the wire in the front and then wrap it around. And then on the bottom, I'm trying to put it, especially the thumb one, where the end of my thumb will be, so that if it does pop up, it's not going to hurt me too bad. And then basically with my grip pliers, you clamp it down and then just run it up. If you're in a pinch, you could use a pair of vice grips real easily and then a set of dikes. Get that thing cinched down. And then I want to cut it off with about 2 millimeters or so hanging out. Be careful with these. If they fall on the floor and somebody steps on them, it can hurt. Then I just take the tip of the pliers and I'll take that piece, and I like to put it basically parallel with the bar because it kind of shoves down in there a little bit better. And you want to really make sure that thing's in there so that it doesn't pop up and get your fingers while you're riding. Now out in the field, like more in the normal part of the grip that doesn't have a groove, I like to take another piece and run it right alongside the ribs here. See the ribs? That way it can kind of guard you against the wire there as well. So what I'll do is, same thing, I start in the front and then do a wrap. If you want to be pro, make sure that it's not overlapping itself. Make sure it's real clean and straight all the way around. Come in with your grip pliers. Cinch it down like this. Make sure it stays straight. So this is where I kind of make sure I'm straight, right? This is akin to making sure your goggle strap is straight so you don't look a little bit silly. Get that thing started. Give it a couple twists. A lot of times when I get down to that final twist, I'll go back, straighten up my wires so that they're clean. Like that. And then put that final twist on her. And then, like I said, try and get it down to about 1.5 millimeters of what's left. And then on this one, where I cut it, it's just behind the rib that's running parallel with the handlebar. And that's one more little guard for your fingers so they don't get into the pointy parts of the wire. Now I'll take my grip pliers, the nose of them, and bury it deep in the rubber right behind that rib, because when I put my hand around it, my finger's going to go that way, and that way it's right behind there. It can kind of guard the end of the wire from getting into your fingers. So that's pretty much grip wiring. You can probably get away with not wiring your grips until you get into some water, some mud riding, you accidentally drop in the creek, and then all day long you got 2 throttles, and nobody wants that. That's no fun. So if you guys got any questions, let me know, and I hope you have a great day. See ya.